destiny's call. Packed my stuff and left for Skyrim, but ended up in Helgen with my neck resting in a guillotine. The end of me, it would seem, but then again, who could ever foresee? I take an arrow to the knee. I took 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 an arrow to the knee. Long ago I was enrolled in the College of Winterhold, paying my own way with the gold I earned working in the Thieves Guild, but I never ended up with a degree. I had to drop out of school early. My life changed oh so suddenly when I took an arrow to the knee. 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 I chased spiders to spider holes. I fought giants and I fought frost trolls. I stood up to the Imperials. I killed the dragons with the Elder Scrolls. I used to be so wild and free, and now I wander aimlessly. Adventure was stolen from me when I took an arrow to the knee. I took an arrow to the knee. I took an arrow to the knee. I took an arrow to the knee.
Welcome back, tiny babies and ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Morgan. We're back with some more Grand Theft Auto number 3. It probably helps if I get my controller to work. Cool. There we go. Slot forward. Now, just as a quick catch-up / reminder of where we're up to. Yesterday, we pretty much got through most of Portland, so the first island of GTA 3. We've done all of the main missions except for Bomb the Base Act 2 and the final Portland mission. So we've just been doing some side missions. So we've just completed El Burro, the donkey there. And so we're going to complete the dog food factory missions, which are like optional side missions, but we're going to do them anyway. And then we're going to basically complete Portland and move on to Shoreside. No, we're going to move on to Staunton Island.
Hey, sometimes you need a little help navigating life's trouble spots.
UK Beast number 89. Yes, we're on time. Hello. Hello, Liz Destic 2. Welcome. Nice to see everyone in. We had a lot of fun yesterday, so I'm hoping to continue on today. So the dog food factory missions are located near to Joey's garage. Yeah, these are the new Sonys. I quite like them. I had to, something I want to bring up actually. Hello, Pluck. Everyone's back today. I've got these new noise cancelling headphones, right? And with the noise cancelling turned on, they actually make me feel queasy, so I need to figure that out. Because I bought them specifically for the noise cancelling. It turns out I don't like noise cancelling. But maybe it's just something you have to get used to, right? I don't know if queasy is quite the right word. They make me feel a bit uneasy for some reason. It's just weird. These are Sony's. They're Sony H. So it ends in a 4, but the Sony. I've got the box somewhere. In fact, I've got the case here. Maybe it says somewhere. Just press the old pause button. I don't know. They are Sony. They're Sony ones. I specifically bought them for the plane, right? And they come with this nice little adapter for the plane. And they come with a charging cable and a 3.5mm jack. But they're also Bluetooth. So they're wireless too. So they're all situations. Yeah, it's like a vacuum pressure on my ears. That's what it is, Noodle. Yeah, it's like... It's just weird. I think there's some like configuration stuff I can do. So I might try all that stuff. I haven't really had time or opportunity to play with them yet. It's very effective though. Like I put them on and it was weird. It's like my air purifier and my computer, like I just couldn't hear anything at all. It was just really odd. So they're technically really good. Now these dog food missions are pretty straightforward. So these are a bit grindy, but we're literally just, each mission is just collecting somebody, bringing them to the dog food factory where they are given a special VIP tour of the dog food factory. And then we just have to dispose of the evidence in increasingly creative ways. So it's not massively difficult. But yeah, there are different toggles and options. There is an iOS app for... What's happened there? Why is there just a ton of money on the payment? I mean, I'll clean it up. Why not? But... Oh, that's just... What? Okay, that's a very odd bug I've never seen before. Yeah, so... I haven't had a chance to play with them and mess around with the app and things like that, so that is something I will make time for. Oh, I shouldn't have flashback on because it's got the freaking soundtrack to Scarface in it, and that's going to get me copyright flagged. Hello, Pill. How are you? So this is the bank manager now going for the VIP tour of the dog food factory. Get your hands off me arm! So you can kind of guess what happened there. Now we've got to get rid of the evidence. So on this one, we've got to take it to the crusher, right? I'm not too bothered about money, the copyright, to be honest, because all they're going to do is they'll allow the VOD to remain, but they'll just take all the YouTube revenue, which to be honest is what? 3 cents for the amount of views that we're going to get. Like, so, you know, whatever. We're just going to have fun. To be honest, it's not all that much point in even trying to worry about the ad revenue, to be honest. The amount of views you have to get on a YouTube video just to make like $10 is ridiculous. I think it's something like 20,000 views. It's crazy. No, I think it's worse than that. I can't remember the numbers. I did the numbers and I was like, oh, right. You have to literally get like 500,000 views just to earn anything close to meaningful money on every single video. Like, it's... yeah. But that's the same with ad revenue everywhere. Like, it's... It is only genuinely through the generosity of patrons, and also we, well, mainly Mikey, but we both worked on this new thing on the Gamefront website where when you download a mod, it kind of does like, we call it the Jimmy Wales box, and it's basically like, you know, like how Wikipedia has that big box that just says, hey, we're really poor, please give me money, even though Wikipedia is probably minted. We basically put a box in, which basically said, hey, look, we need help here. And surprisingly enough, like, we probably get like 4 or 5 donations every day just from people downloading mods, which I wasn't expecting that, right? Like, we get a lot of people downloading mods on our website. We probably get thousands and thousands, right? So it's only a small percentage, but I was genuinely surprised that that many people would give us money every single day. Optionally, like, they don't have to, but just because they're grateful for the website, so that's good. I'm rambling and going nowhere in particular, so let's go back to the dog food factory. Do you know what? I played through... Oh, Jesus, did she just launch off into space? What the hell? So I didn't complete Liberty City Stories. I had it on PSP and I got a fair chunk of the way through it. But I never did finish it. And I've parked a bit far away there, but that's fine. I really do want to play through Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. Okay, the phone isn't ringing yet, so we kind of have to waste a bit of time. So I'm going to go and save the game and see if that helps. Yeah, so I played through some of it, but I really do want to play Liberty City and Vice City Stories, but I just need to figure out a nice way of playing it. Like, they're on iOS and probably Android, and you can Bluetooth your controller to your phone and things, but it's a bit jank, even though it looks slightly nicer. There's PSP emulation, but honestly, the PSP version doesn't look great. There's PS2 emulation, because they did get PS2 releases, but I haven't dabbled with that. And I know there's been some mod projects over the years to try and port basically the content into GTA 3 and things like that, but it's, yeah, I just need to look into that at some point, but, I hope the phone's... I don't really want to hang around just waiting for the phone to ring. So I probably should have started chipping my way through these a bit earlier, but never mind. But I kind of want to do them now before the Mafia become hostile. I could do it afterwards. It wouldn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, the phone's not. Let's go and do Bomb the Base Act 2, because I think we will get the opportunity to do one more Dog Food Factory after that, and then we might just do the last 2 while the Mafia are aggroed, which, well, not ideal, should be fine. Famous last, I know. Famous last words. No, look, I'm an expert GTA 3 gamer, and you know, there are many things I'm not an expert of. I do have some news. James and I recorded our first episode of Shared Souls together today, and no spoilers, it was an experience. I think you guys are going to be upset.
Yo, my man. Salvatore phoned ahead with a job like this.
But we'll get there.
A lot of fireworks.
It was a lot of fun.
$100,000 to cover expenses. But you know, with me, you get
What happened to Morgan streams? Well,
Come back, brother, when you have the money.
Morgan quit. I don't know if you read the news. You surely you were there on fan mail, Pill. You must. Do I not have enough money? Oh, I probably do. I wonder if that is enough to trigger the telephone to ring there. Let's go find out. Unless you mean... Oh, right, okay, yeah. So, well, there is an announcement post on the community page and on Patreon as well, but Morgan has decided to leave Gamefront. It's not on any bad terms or anything like that. He just wants to go and start his own thing. So, yeah, he's got his own channel now called Not Morgan 1337. So he's doing daily streams on there, on that new channel. So I recommend. Why am I lost? I've gone one street too far. So yeah, he's got his own channel, which he started up called Not Morgan 1337. The phone is still not ringing. That's kind of annoying. So yeah, he's going to stream on there. He's going to do his own videos on there. So there's a big whole post. We talked about it on fan mail, and there's a big whole post about the changes on Patreon and on the community page. But effectively, what's happening is we're gonna do Resident Evil 7. Morgan's gonna do the first 2 episodes of Resi 7, or has already done the first 2 episodes of Resi 7, and I'm gonna take that over. So then I'm going to play through Resi 7 with James coaching me. Even though I've played it before, but, you know, coaching. Telling stories. And then James is going to play Village for the first time. And I'm going to coach James through Village. We're going to continue Shared Souls. I've got the save game. I've already, like... You know, so I'm taking over Morgan's character, basically. And we're going to do Shared Souls. And... Yeah, Zach and me are going to do more videos, so we've already done Helldivers 2, and we've got some more. We're going to continue with Baldur's Gate 3, so, you know, we've got a bit of a plan there. Fan mail is going to go away, because we're going to basically change the days we do things. So instead of fan mail, it's going to be like a pre-recorded half fan mail, half gaming news, like half, probably... A bit like, I don't know, Gamefront update or something. It might be called something else, I'm not sure, but that's the plan. Anyway, it's all in the news, Pill. Go read the news. I don't want to tread over old ground. So you're going to have me daily streaming instead at this time slot. So it's going to be 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time and 10 p.m. to midnight UTC. I may have done that time zone conversion in my head wrong just then, but it's something along those lines. This is Bomb the Base Act 2. This is not a mission to be trifled with, but it's kind of tough, this mission, but I'm used to it, so I should be able to do this just fine. But essentially, you've got to be a sniper rifle on the roof, and you've got to shoot down all the Colombian cartel before 8-Ball runs into them. But the problem is 8-Ball just goes in like gung-ho, right? Like, 8-Ball is just gone, and he doesn't stop. Like, he will just run straight into the path of whatever enemies he just wants to get killed by. Like, he's... Like, 8-Ball is, for want of a better word, tapped. Also, how the Colombian cartel can't see us putting this plan together in front of their very eyes always bothered me. But, you know, maybe they're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, I don't know. But, you know, if I was those 2 goons on the front there, I would be a little bit concerned about what was going on. Like, why is this dude climbing up onto the roof with a freaking sniper rifle? Why is 8-Ball hiding behind those barrels? Like, you know, things are weird. Yeah, he runs after the first shot. So basically, you just have to go pop, 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 poppity pop, 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 pop. The AI is exactly the same. The fun thing about Definitive Edition is it's the exact same game engine running underneath, and it's Unreal Engine providing the graphics pipeline, and there is a translation layer that they've written so that they take the... I'm not exactly an engineer, but I know enough keywords to sound like I know what I'm talking about. But they basically take the output from the original game engine, translate it into something Unreal Engine understands, and then Unreal Engine draws the graphics. And then there's some other bits in there too, like it's a bit more complicated than that. But underneath the hood, it's exactly the same game. Although it's based on the mobile ports, which had some weird changes made to it and things like that. So it's not, you know... It's not perfect, but it's essentially the same game, yeah. So the AI was genuinely that dumb in the original, yeah. Oh, let's flashback again. Nice. That was an easy peasy. Yeah, I mean, I like DE because I have modded it quite heavily for Plug, so I've fixed a lot of the problems myself, as it were. So I've made it playable. Well, it was playable without the mods, but the mods have made it a lot better. So I'm quite happy with this modded version. To the point where I don't really like to play the original as much, just because it doesn't quite, you know... You don't have the analog driving controls, and, you know, the widescreen support is a bit of a faff, and all that kind of thing. So... I'm going to save the game. Oh, shit. I'm going to save the game just to be safe, and then we're going to see if the telephone's ringing again. If not, then we're just going to leave Portland now. But I'm going to keep this cartel cruiser, because you don't get cartel cruisers this early on, usually. The crook. Cool. I appreciate the Godfather reference there. Let's just quickly have a cheeky pop into this paint spray. Nice. Oh, come on. Okay, that didn't... Hey, hello, James. How are you, sir? I feel a little bit distracted today. Yes, the phone is ringing. Progress. Right, cool. Okay, so this is the second of the dog food factory missions where
I hired some thieves to break into my apartment and steal some stuff so I could claim on the insurance, as you do.
Of course, as you do. Who hasn't done that, right? Who hasn't paid thieves to break into their own house to claim on the insurance?
Use it to go pick them up from their turf in the red light district. Then bring them back to the factory so I can make...
Actually, James, have you ever paid someone to break into your apartment just so that you can claim on the house insurance? This feels like a James-esque tactic. I'm playing so this is Grand Theft Auto 3 Definitive Edition, which was the kind of remasters that they released a couple of years ago. And I've modded the game not to make any fundamental changes to the game or the gameplay, but just to fix a few of the issues with it. So I'll give you a few examples. Like one of the mods is a new character model for Claude, so that it looks a bit nicer. One of the mods is to make the radar orange and black, like the original. One of the mods is to replace some of the really badly AI upscaled textures with high-resolution versions from the Xbox release from 2015 or whatever it was. One of the mods fixes the garage door sounds. Like, it's just an absolute gang of mods like that, which just effectively bug fixes that they didn't officially do, which makes it acceptable, right? Like, I will take some of the quirks in exchange for the nice visuals, I guess.
I'm Tony on Flashback FM. Here's one for people who were so hip, if you know what I mean.
I think one of them is like a radio station restoration mod. Speaking of which, I shouldn't have flashback on.
I see the fun in it, but I just think clothes have distinct advantages, like not accidentally cooking yourself, or when you're working on a building.
We're not swingers. It's not about sex. It's about being one with the world.
All right, dude. Groovy.
I mean, I think it looks nice. Like, it's not perfect, but it looks nice. Like, I enjoy it, you know?
Hello, I'm Donald Love. Under my guidance, Love Media has emerged as the fastest growing US-run media conglomerate of the past 5 years. With newspapers, television, and radio stations across
I think
the US,
people will always cherish the original releases.
Get the truth behind the story every
I think
time.
people always cherish the original releases because, you know,
Pop music. You can be sure of independent
any change that
quality
you make is
broadcasting
not
every
necessarily
time
always
you
going to be a...
That's why we're the fastest growing cable supplier and
I don't know how to put it. It's like...
and why our new satellite in China is something all Americans can be proud of. Here at Love
I mean,
Media,
some of the changes, to be fair, some of the changes, and some of the changes stem from the mobile version that Grove Street Games did originally for iOS and Android when they were called something else. Forget the name. But
All right, let's go to line 8. Hello, caller.
so some of the stuff that was wrong with this release, I admit, is not good. But going the long way around it.
Always people going on about problems.
Some of the changes I think are subjective too, right? Like some of the graphical issues. Like, yeah, some of the character models were unacceptably weird.
I guess it seems that way.
Well, I got a real simple solution. Shut 'em down. Sit down in school.
But when you look at the originals, like they're not,
No more ink.
they weren't, you know, the source material is what it is, right? Like it's it depends what you're willing to kind of accept, I guess. But I think with mods, especially the mods that replace some of the character models that are problematic, you can make something a little bit, you can make something good out of it, but you just have, it's just a shame that it relies on the modding community to kind of do that, right? Like, that shouldn't really have been something left to modders. It should have just been in the base game. But if you want a nice HD experience, then as long as you're willing to put some relatively minor effort into mod the game, you can put something pretty nice together. So that's the way I look at it anyway. I mean,
So now he's a paralegal, breaking and pump. He's 7 and he's making matches. $23,000 a year. And on weekends, he doesn't go to the mall, play soccer, read, or do any of that kind of stuff. Nonsense.
nice. I mean, the game isn't clever enough to care about that. So we're just going to steal that car back again. Is the phone ringing? Probably not.
Or kill me. Johnny's mine. He's
Okay.
my kid. How can I exploit something I own?
We are going to leave Portland,
Like a communist. Kids in Russia, they don't work. That's why everything's so messed up.
and we'll come back and finish the dog food factory missions,
And their space station was made out of Mill Creek.
and we should be okay with that. We have to come back for a couple of reasons anyway, so it's not like we're completely done with Portland. But this is essentially where we,
Nail on the head that time.
well, I don't know if it's, I don't want to do massive spoilers, so we'll let it play out.
Kids work. That book.
But we're going to go and see Salvatore.
It's my favorite cleaner. I'm proud of you, my boy. You kicked the shit out of those grease balls. I just got one little job for you before we can all celebrate. There's a car around the block from Luigi's club. The inside is covered in brains. We had to help some guy make up his mind, and it proved a little messy. Take it to the crusher before the cops find it.
Seems like a fairly straightforward mission, right? Oh, the door is locked. It's just the door stayed open. Nice. Okay. So this is technically a locked car, but that's okay.
Gets 3 miles to the gallon. I'm a mom, not a conservationist. The new Maibatsu monstrosity. Mine is bigger.
How many of you in the chat,
One delivered. Just log on to
when you first played this game way back on PlayStation 2 in the early 2000s, fell for this?
delivering little bundles of love in a box directly.
Fell for this the first time they played it, right?
To Chatterbox, hosted by me, Laszlo, because I got kicked off the rock station.
Just for fun, I'm going to show you what happens, right? If we just try and follow the mission. So, Salvatore has betrayed you. He wants you dead because he thinks that you are sleeping with his wife.
It's my favorite cleaner.
Which, to be fair, I think you are, but that's not really properly addressed. Or I think she just said, even though it's not actually true, I'm not sure. But anyway, he thinks you're sleeping with his missus, right? So he's basically planted the bomb in the car to have you killed. So if you don't pay attention to that pager message which flashed up on the screen, then you will... See, I can't get into this car because it's locked. That's funny. Hello, Pendant. I love you too, I guess, but what triggered that? Am I just over-explaining a very simple concept? I apologize. Anyway, we have to go, instead of going to the car, we have to go to... We have to go to the jetty where Maria tells us to go, basically.
It's so big. We lost little Joey in the back and couldn't find him for an hour. When I'm rushing to the mall or talking on my cell phone, I know me and my family are safe. The Maibatsu monstrosity has 4-wheel drive, and in amphibious mode, it can cross rivers. So far,
I'm reading the chat and not looking where I'm going.
with the time I save taking shortcuts through the strip mall parking lot, I can focus on the important things, like gazing longingly.
I never noticed the radar being a square instead of a dot. That's an interesting technical detail I never picked up on.
Not a conservationist. The new Maibatsu.
Listen, Salvatore thinks that we're going behind his back, so he was offering you to the cartel in order to make a deal. I couldn't let him do that. I mean, the worst thing is, it's all my fault because I told him we were an item. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Look, you're a marked man on the mafia turf, and I've got to get out of here, too. I've seen too much killing, too much blood. This is a friend of mine, okay? She's an old friend. It's so good. She's someone we could trust.
Come on, enough of the speeches. We better get out of here before we get more hysterical Italians wanting less friendly reunions.
So this is the first time we get to drive a boat. And we're heading from Portland over to Staunton Island. Which is effectively three... There's kind of 3 acts to the game. It's kind of 2.5 really, because not that much happens in Shoreside Vale, which is the 3rd island, really. Apart from some side... Wow, I properly screwed up here. The turning circle of this boat is horrific. There we go. Nice! Nailed it. Yeah, so... We're probably a little... Are we about 1/3 of the way through the game, if not a little more?
Asuka and I are gonna have to talk. Why don't you go cruise around?
You'll need a place to lie low. There's a warehouse at the edge of Belleville that should suit your needs. Come back here to my condo when you're ready, and you and me can have a little chat.
I can fully believe the water is toxic in Liberty City. I think Tommy Vercetti just can't swim. Because isn't there a line in the dialogue somewhere about I can't swim? Because Tommy Vercetti not being able to swim became a meme, right? Like it was just the full...
News just in from the traffic desk. Repairs to the Callahan Bridge have been completed. Since the explosion, engineers have been working around the clock to get traffic flowing between Portland and Staunton Island once again.
Nice. Conveniently, as soon as we come across on the boat, the bridges open up again.
What's your name?
So,
What'd you call about?
I'm sorry, I'm Maria, you know, Maria, like Mamma Mia, only different, you know, but, you know, men, M-E-N.
yeah, Tommy's just loaded with weapons, so obviously he's going to sink like a stone, right? It is funny how characters have magic backpacks in games, but
Whoa, what are you talking about? I'm married.
there's no real way to address that issue, though, is there? I mean,
You know more about men than I know about leopard skin furniture. So less of that clever stuff and give me some advice. I mean, come on, I got real problems. You see, okay, I had this boyfriend, and at first, he was real kind to me. He was a real gentleman. A little bit older and everything, but yeah, he treated
okay. So there must be a certain amount of in-game time that has to pass before the next dog food mission opens up. So that's fine. We'll just chip away at them slowly, I guess. We'll go and do the next Asuka mission because that's going to bring us back here anyway. And then we'll check in again.
What are you insinuating? That he's on the radio? Well, probably not. You're listening to Chatterbox, where your opinion matters, or at least we say that. Let's go over here to line 4. Hello, caller. What's your name?
Jeff from Rockford.
Hello, Jeff. What's up?
It's Jeff from Rockford. 9 a.m. Oh, maybe it is time-based as well. Yeah, that's right. I might have to go during the daytime. Very good thinking, UK Beast.
Then, when tens of thousands gathered in the park, we're going to march on the town hall. Laszlo, the people have spoken. They have said no, not in my town. So, folks, if you're listening and want to make a difference, get yourselves down to the park and prepare to bring democracy back to the people.
So, what's his rally about?
It's about people standing up and being counted. It's about the future.
I went off too early.
Not in my town. Not while I have a breath in my
I didn't want to do
body,
that.
my soul. I will not,
That was a
I cannot
mistake.
let this pass.
Oh no.
Let what pass?
It's about grabbing
One of the
down
mods
by the
fixes
balls
the
and
wasted
saying,
screen because they put some weird like blood overlay on the wasted screen. I was like, no, that needs to go. So I've modded the wasted screen. Why did I just jump off that early? That was crazy. Yeah, it's like a red vignette with like blood drops on it. It looks really weird. And then there's one on the busted screen, which is like blue and red police siren looking thing. It's, yeah, I don't know why they did that. It just doesn't look good. So there is, thankfully, like I say, you can fix all this stuff with mods, but. Hey, it's seconds earlier, boy.
We have certain issues to clear up before we continue any form of relationship, business or otherwise. Let's lay our cards on the table. I am Yakuza, and I know you worked for Salvatore Leone's family. I can give you work with our organization, but first you must prove to me that your ties with the Mafia are truly broken. Salvatore Leone will be leaving Luigi's in about 3 hours.
Would you just be chilling out on a deck chair like that in the rain?
Make sure he doesn't reach his club alive. Meanwhile, Maria and I will catch up on old times.
Oh, Asuka, you've got a massager.
That's not a massager.
It's not that you need the mods to get the game to run correctly. Like, the game will be largely fine without the mods. Like, the game works. It's just... It's mainly, like I say, it's mainly cosmetic stuff. It's like textures and audio bits and wasted screens and all these bits, right? Like, the problem I've got now is I really wanted that sniper rifle that I yeeted into the sea. So the fact I haven't got that sniper rifle anymore is kind of a problem. Like, that was it was yeeting myself off into the ocean there was a really, really dumb thing to do.
You want a license too?
So we're going to pick one up from there. Hello, Steve the Ghost. Did you know And this is a very, very, this is a little known fact, but did you know that Steve the Ghost is indeed an actual ghost? But here's the kicker, his name is not really Steve. It's actually Gertrude. Why have I gone this way? It's ridiculous. So there is a technique to this mission which I'm going to try and employ badly. If we head over to Joey's place. See, like the fucking triads are off on you. If we go up this set of stairs here. Somebody call the medic! And then we jump over to this rooftop. And this rooftop. And then we jump down here. Somebody call the medic! And then we basically just wait for Salvatore and just shoot him off nice and easy.
Wasted!
A bit too close to the edge there. Does he come out a different way because he spied me? Oh my god. This has gone wrong. This has gone very wrong. Yeah, I didn't do that. I swear to you, I can do that better. I can do that without getting spied by the mafia. I didn't do that properly. Let's do that again. Oops. Somebody call a medic! Do you know what? It desperately needs a cover system. Like, if there was a cover system in these older games, it would be way better. Right, I'm going to focus up now. We're going to do this properly, okay?
You want a license too?
Where's my car gone? Has it despawned? Why is it despawned? Oh my god.
He ain't no gentleman, that one. You ain't no gentleman hitting the ladies now, eh?
In the land of GTA 3, you don't need a driving license. Do you think any of these guys on the road here have a driving license? Look at the state of the AI. There is no such system as a driving license in this game. God. Well, like a black cab driver or like a mini cab driver, or should I just become an Uber driver? There is some kind of physics glitching going on over there, and I'm going to choose to ignore it because I just want to get this mission done. You know? I'm pretty sure they're not going to spot me or aggro me from this position. So I think we should be fine. We basically just need to wait for Salvatore to walk out and just pop in with the sniper rifle. That's the easiest way of doing this mission. If you let him get into his car, then there is a small window of opportunity to chase the car down and like take him out. But like, if he gets into the car, it's basically game over. Okay, we haven't been spotted, so that's good news. Just don't shoot until we see a bald dude coming out of the door. It's as simple as that. And also, don't miss the shot, yeah? No pressure. Nice! Straight in the kidneys. That was the correct way to do it, so please don't follow my first example. That was just me showing you how not to do it. For illustrative purposes. Let's go and check up on our friend at the dog food factory. I played a little bit of Sleeping Dogs, but I don't know, I just didn't really get into it for some reason. I reckon it is time, you know. I reckon we've got to come back. I'm going to go and save the game and then come back. It must be a day. I must have to come like between 9 and 5 or something like that. Office hours, right? That's got to be it. See, like, who's driving an ice cream van with the jingly going at 1 o'clock in the morning? Wild. Although there could be a market for that, you know, like if you're in like a nice candle smokers area. I bet you could make an absolute killing driving an ice cream van around the northern quarter of Manchester at 1 o'clock in the morning. Venice Beach, 1 a.m. Absolute money spinner. I've got to be careful about where I go in Portland, because if I stray into Mafia turf, they're going to like shotgun me. Two shots with a shotgun and this car will just instantly explode. It won't even catch fire, it'll just blow up. So you've kind of got to be careful about okay, the phone still isn't ringing, but it's also 7 a.m. I'm going to wait until 9 a.m. which is only a couple of minutes, so I'll give Sleeping Dogs another try. It was a long time ago since I last played that.
To holler first at you, thirst master. Acting too fly, we curse at you. Walk on by, boo. My sunshine's turning to cloud. I'm the reason behind shootouts, murderous styles in the bridge. Cool out, my niggas wild. At award shows, I spit in the crowd. On your girlfriend wig. Meet again because the world ain't big. And when we do, you duck, you earl, or play sick. Basic flows.
Nice.
The block flocking to me. You be always by my government, but not in the street. Loving it. Every minute of it. Expenses coming. And if it ain't real, then pretend to love it. Holla at your dog.
For my man Stretch on, the undisputed champion.
Is it a bit like Sifu? Has it got like kung fu mechanics? Not as difficult, that sounds great. We never did finish Sifu. I enjoyed that game, although it's just having to go back and replay every level over and over again was a bit... Oh, I'm not going to make that. Oh. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Let's go and check up on the dog food again. If the telephone isn't ringing now it's gone 9 a.m, then I genuinely don't understand what the condition is for the next dog food mission to trigger. It is ringing, so it must be after 9 a.m. Okay. I think we figured it out. The
business is gonna go under unless I get a hold of some serious cash soon. My wife
You'd
is
think
an
that would be
insurance
something I
policy.
know,
All
but...
she's ever been to me is a hole in my pocket. I've left the car in the usual place. Go and pick up my wife from Classic Nails and bring her back to the factory.
I'm gonna give the wife the VIP tour of the dog food factory, eh? Have you noticed that the guy who owns this factory seems to commit a lot of insurance fraud? Like, a ridiculous amount of insurance fraud. Like, not only has he got thieves to rob his house so that he can claim on the insurance, but now he's bumping off the wife for the life insurance. I think we do dump the car in the river on this one, yeah. But I think you take it back to the factory and then you jump the car, then you throw the car in the river. See, this is kind of why I didn't want to do it, because the triads and stuff are just going to try and grief me. But although, to be fair, the triads were already griefed, so that probably doesn't make any actual material difference. These guys, the mafia with the shotguns, oh my god. That was the wrong way to go. Whew. I nearly got mafia'd to death then.
Remember, Lips 106 is the home of the short hot mix. Because we believe music should be short and hot.
Brakes like sponges on that car. Alright, goodbye, Mrs. Dog Food. Enjoy. Stop! Take the car and dump it in the sea, because this will get rid of the evidence. Oh god, the cops are onto me. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't expect that to happen. That was the Mafia shotgun. The Mafia shotgun would probably, they probably got one shot off, and that probably wiped most of the health of my vehicle away. So that's probably what happened there. That was the Mafia telling you for free. Because the thing with the Mafia shotgun as well is it doesn't do any... The car didn't look that damaged, but it just caught fire after. Like, it's, yeah. We really don't want to get in the way of the Mafia while we're doing these. So we don't want to go there. We want to go this way, right? We don't really want to go north of the hospital on that road. God, the brakes are like sponges. This car does not stop. It's like trying to stop a freight train. This is ridiculous. So yeah, rather than going left and right, which we'll just get a shotgun, we're going to go this way. Each car in these GTA 3 games, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, each vehicle does have its own unique handling and everything else, acceleration, brake. Like, it's actually quite good in that respect, but I don't think you kind of pick up on it when you're younger, but like now, you really do want to be like picking the right vehicle for the job. There is an optimal vehicle for every kind of situation, really. And certain vehicles are just crap and you don't want them. So I do have a shotgun. The problem is they're like, if you're in a car, NPCs are 100% accurate if you're inside of a vehicle. So if you cruise through the Mafia territory inside of a car, they will hit you with that shotgun pretty much 100% of the time. And on the first shot, they will basically wipe most of your vehicle's health away. And on the second shot, it will just insta-explode the car. So you cannot really drive through Mafia territory. I'll show you. I mean, no, I'll finish the mission first and then I'll show you. But it's ridiculous. Like, you just cannot go into certain parts of Portland inside a vehicle. At least not unless you get incredibly lucky anyway. Safest way to do this is just to push it off the edge. Just try not to fall in. Nice. Oh, I don't actually have a shotgun, so yeah, maybe I could farm a few shotguns off them.
You got any bright ideas what to say? I gotta go on vacation. You got any bright ideas what to say? Where's my damn food?
So I'll show you what happens, right? If you...
I mean, I've done a lot of crazy things, I can tell you that. But I've never been
perfectly good van.
At least not to my knowledge.
Your dial's in the 90s, but your head's stuck in the 80s.
And as soon as we go north of this hospital, so we're basically here, especially on this road, at some point a Mafia dude is going to spawn any second now with a shotgun. I'm genuinely shocked I got this far. There's a gang of them. Here they go. So, watch this. 1, 2. Van's on fire. Bang. Good night, Vienna. That's what happens if you try and drive through Portland with a car. I actually survived a lot better than I thought I would there. And I don't know why I did that, because I've just sacrificed all my weapons again. But that's fine. This game gives you a ton of money, I guess. But cool. All right, let's save again and let's do the final dog food factory mission. And then we can really get stuck into Staunton again. You don't need guns for the dog food missions, so we'll be fine. But I will grab some guns and armor before we continue with Asuka's missions. Might as well grab the baseball bat though, because why not? Somebody call a medic. I don't remember hearing that line so much in my life. There are certain lines in this game that you remember, but somebody call a medic is not one that has stuck in my brain before now.
Damn, I'm in trouble. Turns out my wife was seeing some guy I owe money to. He's got real angry, and he's looking for payback. I've agreed to see him. He thinks I'm gonna pay him
It's a
off.
cordless payphone. That's kind of impressive.
Liberty's dogs are gonna get yet another flavor this month.
Why do dogs make good sandwiches? I don't know. Why do dogs make good sandwiches? There's a bit of a delay, but I'm sure we'll get the punchline to this very shortly. Why do dogs make good sandwiches? Because they are purebred. That is the purebred joke that I didn't get that time, isn't it? It's the same joke. Oh my god. I'm so glad Morgan isn't here to hear this. The other Morgan. Oh my god. I fell for the purebred joke twice. Oh no. The first time I heard that joke, which the other Morgan told me, I think it was the other Morgan, but the first time I heard that joke, I was like, I don't get it. Why would they just be purebred? I didn't get the pun. Like it's ridiculous. The triads did a little bit of damage to the vehicle there, so we kind of want to be careful. It's the same punchline though, right? So I guess the original joke was, why do dogs get pecked on by birds? Because they're purebred. Yeah, it's the same joke. It's just slightly differently packaged. Why do dogs make good sandpaper? I don't know. Why do dogs make good sandpaper?
Carl, hi. I need more time to get your money. But if you just step into my office, it's far too late for that, Marty. You had your chance. But now I'm taking over business. All right.
Wow, there goes the dog food factory, dude. He's dead. That is one way of settling the debt. I mean, it's probably not the most optimal. They are rough. Of course they are. Of course they're rough. It's so funny. You should try improv. There might be a career in it for you somewhere. Good news, we are officially done with Portland. So we are out of here. There may be the odd occasion where we have to come back, but we are pretty much done with Portland. So we are now moving on to Staunton Island in earnest to do some Yakuza missions for Asuka of the Yakuza. But we want to go to the gun shop first, don't we? So.
I don't need to see any ID. You look trustworthy.
I don't need to see any ID. You look trustworthy. Why is the gun shop owner in this game from the East End of London? It's just a bit strange.
Salvatore's death comes as pleasurable news. You're an efficient killer. I like that in a man. Ah, this is my brother, Kenji.
Asuka has a little job for you, but when you're done, drop by my casino and we can talk.
Just like Kenji, always trying to play with my toys. My police source indicates that the FBI has mounted a surveillance operation at key locations around the city. It is too late to contact anyone and avoid incrimination. Take out these spying cops, but be careful. They're bound to have backup.
So there's a few FBI agents planted around the city. We've just basically got to go and deal with them before the timer runs out. I'm going to take the Stinger because it's a bit quicker.
Featuring Royster 5'9", a game exclusive produced by my man Rush, aka Red Spider.
I said he's wanting a piece of me, I won't break. Here's a piece of my heat that I won't take. He's been sold a dreamer and a privilege to hold the Nina. You've been exposed to peanuts. Wrong.
Again, the sniper rifle is very handy for this mission. Nice.
Still slip on the rubbers. Why is it that would be sensitive lovers? We keep it on the cover. Cover is our label, so snap out. Try to cover the card table, they grab out. In Japan.
Was there no punctuation during any of that dialogue? These guys are like camped out in a van. I think I've got some grenades. So we kind of just want to throw pineapple in their direction. Messed that up. Nice. Perfect. So this is the fun one. What we've got to do now is we've got to get up these stairs. There is absolutely tons of time left, so we should be fine. Although the cops are trying to grief us again, so...
Hey, risking your life down.
So then pop. Pop. Pop.
You are risking your life.
Pop.
Police, take him out.
Nice. I need to get James Street Fighter 6 so you can dominate him. But why would I pay for him to have Street Fighter 6? He's a big boy and he can buy his own games. You can't fly the helicopter in 3, sadly. The only car, well, the only vehicle you can fly in 3 is the Dodo. Although technically you can't fly the Dodo, but there is a way to do it if you are skilled enough. And I have been practicing flying the Dodo, and I can fly it a little bit. I can get like from island to island, but I'm not the most expert Dodo flying flyer. Again, mission being delivered by letter because reasons. If I had a rocket launcher, I could have just blown the boat up from here, but sky's pretty easy, to be fair. Easy done. No drama. I thought James already owned Street Fighter 6 because I'm pretty sure we did a video on it, didn't we? I could have swore we already did a video. We did something on Street Fighter 6. It might be on the on our team account. I could have swore. Or maybe it was the demo actually. Maybe it was the Street Fighter 6 demo that he had. Fun fact, if you jump into the water close to the dockside, it'll teleport you onto the dockside. Which is nice because I've been very paranoid in the past about not falling into the water. Because as somebody mentioned earlier, I'm just collecting a pile of broken cars there. The water is toxic.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied
Oh
up
yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment,
it was the demo.
But I'll tell
okay.
her you called.
I tell you what, Morgan, I will buy
It's time you
James
met
a
our
copy
man
of Street
inside the
Fighter 6
LPD.
as long as you
Here's
both
the
make a
payment
video
for
out of
the
it. How
last
about that?
job you did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
I had to explain to Pelagius about the fact that you quit earlier, and because somehow he didn't get the memo, and I think you've broken pill. So wow, 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 wow! What a great start. Ironically enough, this mission is just about how well you can drive. You've basically just got to go from payphone to payphone to payphone within the time limit. And the payphones are pretty well spread out as well. I missed the first 20 minutes because it's just senseless banter. That's what people liked about fan mail. They wanted to hear James tell stories about drinking, you know, an entire liter of Kratom and things like that. That's what they tuned in for, my friend.
To the phone in West Belleville Park.
I'm gonna have to focus a little bit just because I don't want to keep running into traffic and things, but
Get to the phone on Liberty Campus.
get to the phone on Liberty Campus.
Get to the phone in South Belleville Park.
Get to the phone in South Belleville Park. Oh no, 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 come on, I don't have time for this. Move. Easy peasy. We had plenty of time to spare there. I'm just going to walk because why not? So, Pill only wants the cold reads of the comments and nothing more. That's, yeah, I guess a lot of people do tune in to read their own comments. Or at least get our reactions to the comments. But I personally tune in to hear about James's adventures in the land of James Heaney. Because honestly, I just find the man remarkable on multiple levels, but just the wonderful life that man leads. Like, I genuinely believe you could make a movie out of it. It wouldn't be a particularly good movie, but you could get someone to fund it, right?
You must be Azuka's new errand boy. You got the money? Is it all here? I know what you're thinking. Another bent cop. Well, it's a bent world. Just because I lost a few partners, those suckers from Internal Affairs have started sniffing around. Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer, but I'm gonna need some non-union help.
I'm gonna need some non-union help.
Where to find me.
Like, who talks like, I'm gonna need some non-union help? James already tried to sabotage my stream by getting me to play a 10-year-old single-player board game. Single-player board... What was it? Like, what was the game? What single-player board game is there? I mean, the only single-player game I can think of off the top of my head would be like Solitaire, right? Yeah, James could be the new Adam Sandler. Like, that is very true. This mission, speaking of Driver, so this is you remember Driver the other day? You brought up Driver, Morgan. This mission is basically a
animated undercover cop.
This is basically an Easter egg slash.
So we've tagged it with a tracer.
Rockstar taking a shot at reflections for Driver. So she's talking about taking out Tanner, the undercover cop, who's badly animated, and so yeah. This and then also, and this hasn't aged well, to be fair. But Tanner runs like he has the female running animation, which is a very puerile and immature joke. But it is what it is. So he's got a car that looks a bit like the car he drives in Driver. And if I stand in this mission marker, he looks like Tanner from Driver. Oh, I think they might have modified it. He looks like he's got a normal run animation. That makes sense, because the run animation that he did have was not politically correct, to be honest. You get 3 stars when you bump his... Wow. Instant 3 stars just for bumping into Tanner. Oh, he's run away. Oh, now he's running with the animation. I think. Yeah, there he goes. I am getting griefed by these cops. Oh my god. Absolutely griefed by these cops. This is wild. I'm not gonna make this. I should have just took him out when I had the chance. What have I done? Come here, Tanner. Those cops were griefing hard at that. Jesus. That was rough. Was Cultist Simulator the board game he was trying to get you to
All
play?
your own defense needs.
The reason why I'm doing these missions in a particular order, so I'm doing all of Azuka's first, and then I'm going to do all of Kenji's missions, and then I'm going to move on to Rei, and then Donald Love's going to pop in somewhere in that mix. But again, it was like I mentioned on the last stream, sometimes you can soft lock yourself out of missions. Like if you do a particular, I think it's if you do a particular Donald Love mission, like one of Donald Love's missions is to kill Kenji, right? So it locks you out of all of Kenji's missions, and there's stuff like that going on. So I do them in a particular order just so I don't soft lock myself
My
out of
sister
missions.
speaks highly of you, though I'm yet to be convinced that a guy Jin can offer anything but disappointment. Perhaps you could help deal with
He
the
is
situation
yet to be convinced
has
that
me
a
at
Gaijin
disadvantage. Of course,
can be
failure
anything
has its
other
own
than a disappointment. Well,
A
sumimasen,
Yakuza Kano is in
Yakuza.
custody awaiting transfer for trial. He is a valued member of the family. Break him out of custody and get him to the dojo at Bedford.
So, do you remember I mentioned on the last stream about the old Oriental gentleman that they broke out of the truck at the very start of the game? That the Colombian cartel kidnapped from the prison vehicle that we were in. This is the guy. So, we've now got to go and rescue the guy out of the prison. I don't know how he ended up back in prison, though. Maybe it wasn't the same guy. It's very confusing. It looks like the same guy. Maybe they captured him again. And then the cartel must kidnap him again? There must be something to it. I'm telling you, it's the same dude. At least I think it's the same dude. I need to really look into that. Because I thought it was the same guy, but maybe it's not. It doesn't actually matter. It has no material impact on the story whatsoever. Because like I said, the story on this game is about as thin as a slice of American cheese on a moldy cracker. You alright there, Morgan? Oh, this isn't the Oriental gentleman. This is a different guy. But the Oriental gentleman from the opening cutscene is somebody we do rescue from somewhere else later on. He's the guy who is being kidnapped by the Colombian cartel. Because he's in the Colombian cartel place. It's Donald Love who asked me to. You know what? I'm that tired and confused. I'm mixing up. I'm at cross purposes. Again, it genuinely doesn't matter. The plot of this game is pointless. Thank you, Zach. Oh, the spirit of Zach. We can't paint spray a cop car, but what we can do is conveniently have it not spawned, so now we've got to go and find the car anyway. But there's a parking lot right here, so we can jump in here. Please just spawn a car we can jump into, thank you. Can change vehicles.
That was magnificent. A very emotional piece. Molto adagio. Lovely, twinkling, radiant.
You've actually spent... Yeah, I guess you would have had to spend your own bits on that now. Well, that needs to be cut out. We can't have that redeemable anymore. I don't want you putting a DMCA on all of my live streams because people are using your intellectual property. Nice. We're actually making pretty solid progress here.
It is impossible to overestimate the importance of etiquette in this line of work. To say, a man was simply a father, and I never had the opportunity to repay his kindness. The man's weakness is motor cars, and he has requested that we acquire him certain models for his collection. Needless to say, we must give him the cars as a gift to repay the debt that I owe him. You must obtain the cars on this list and deliver them to a garage behind the car park in Newport. My honor demands it.
His honor demands that we boost a few cars and park them in the lockup somewhere. His honor demands it, right? It's not, can you do me a favor? It's my honor demands it.
I've tried everything, and I just couldn't keep those extra 200 pounds off. It started to affect my marriage.
She was too big for me, and I'll sleep with anything.
The adopters, the body size, it's on these...
Oh, move! I'm stealing the exact same model of car that I've already got. I mean, sure, paint job's a bit different, I guess, but... Oh, for God's sake. Forgot about that. Luckily enough, the paint spray's right next to the garage we have to deliver to, so that's okay. God's sake. Why won't the garage doors close? Oh my god. Why does this kind of thing only happen to me on a live stream? I swear to God, I swear to God. I have never had this happen before. Oh, this is going to be an uphill struggle now. I don't know. I'm very stressed with this mission. I think we'll be fine. We've still got 2 minutes left. Ah! No! This hasn't been the most flawless of executions, I will now admit. But I think we'll have enough time to get this mission done.
Finally, pop music's got a new voice. Welcome to Lips 106.
Hey, this is Andy on the Lips 106 Wheels.
Yeah, I should be doing raids really. I keep forgetting to do that. I will I think we will raid somebody after the stream. So
Yo, the two-way's crazy right now, man. Yo, these game girls is talking about doing it at the after party out here in Liberty City, y'all. You know
we've got 40 seconds left. I really need to not damage the car. I really need to not damage the car. Okay. I have one job, and that is to not damage this car.
It ain't no thing but a chicken wing with a big butt laying on your lap. Game.
Woo! Yeah, it's a shame we can't line up our stream time so better so we can raid each other really, but never mind.
You know what time it is, don't you? It's time to shake it up with me, Tony, here on Flashback. Flashback.
Would you like a kitten? Have one delivered. Just log on to petsovernight.com and we'll send you a cute kitten overnight. Petsovernight.com, delivering little bundles of love in a box directly to your door.
Flashback FM, where every night's a dance party.
This is Tony on Flash.
Oh, I can't put flashback on. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should just. We should just. I'll stream for 2 hours and then you stream for 2 hours, and we'll just constantly raid each other at the end of our streams. So what's that like? 12 hours a day each, and then you know we could. We could. Well, we don't need sleep. We don't really need to eat either. Like, you know, we are robots, so. I would always cheat the game and stuff like 20 cars into the 2-car garage. The game gives you instant. I mean, technically, I think the way the garage works is if you can fit a 3rd car in, it will remember it. I don't know if there is an upper limit to the number of cars it will remember.
There's too much spank.
Completely wasn't paying attention to what was going on there. Okay, still a Yardie car. The Yardie Lobos spawn around the baseball stadium, I think. I can only imagine there must have been an upper limit to the number of cars it would remember because... I don't know. PlayStation 2 storage limitations, if nothing else. Like, the PS2 still had memory cards, right? If I recall. I don't think the PS2 had a hard drive. I'm not sure, but I guess on the PC version it might have been okay to just put 20 cars in the garage.
Let your love grow strong. Cager, up all night long. I'm the pacifier, and this is from Green Sleeves. Welcome back to Job. Hey, Job.
Well, the way it works is it just despawns and respawns the same vehicle, right? That isn't a Yardie car, I don't think that. So, yeah, I guess it wouldn't take up a massive amount of storage, but I think the garage in Shoreside Vale can only store about 4 cars. So if it remembers more than 4, then I'm kind of surprised by that. There might be some Yardie cars around here somewhere. This is a Yardie car. Nice. Oh, go away. The great thing about the Yardie Lobo is you can do this. It's got hydraulics. So you can look like you're having a whale of a time, right? And if you can get the, like, oscillation going...
Let no man trouble me in my business. The business is Yardie business.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I didn't... Oh, he wasn't supposed to get out of the car. I knew that as well, and I don't know why I did it. absolute donut. What? And I am very tired today. I did not get a lot of sleep yesterday at all. Standard PS2 memory card was 8 megabytes. I mean, it's such a tiny amount when you can fit like... when you can fit like terabytes of data on a thumbstick these days. It's crazy how small the memory card was back then. I think the PS1 memory card was 4 megabytes. I actually have a PS1 memory card behind me on the shelf. I'll go grab it in a second and check. Have you been cooking, Liz? Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, what the hell? What? I'm glad I got away with that. Oh, that's my dude. Get away from the car. Lovely. Yeah, I can't believe that didn't count as a stunt jump. I actually did like a full 360-degree flip front to back in midair. Task failed successfully indeed. The AI traffic in these games are so annoying. Somebody call the medic! The trucks and stuff in GTA 5, we would grab Sand Kings and ram each other's PCs until the rocket biked us. I'm gonna be honest, I don't fully understand that sentence, but sure, sounds like fun. I never really got into GTA Online, to be honest. Every time I played it, there's just so much cheating going on. I was just like, this just isn't fun.
It is important that you never show weakness. The businesses, fortunately,
I like single player
have our
GTA 5.
protection,
It's a lot of
settle
fun,
their
but
accounts today.
yeah, GTA
Go collect the
Online.
money immediately. So we
I
can
quite
empty
like
the
GTA
casino
4
account.
Online with all the races and stuff. That was actually a little bit more fun in a weird way. And I know you can kind of do that stuff in 5, but the whole... Yeah, the way it's set up in 5, I don't know, I don't vibe with it.
Ain't you got respect for your elders?
Ain't you got respect for your elders? Oh, not a sniper rifle. Oh my god. Oh, I made a mess of that. We need to go to the hospital and get a heal. Because that was not good. I'm also going the wrong way for that. I think we want some armor from the gun shop as well, really. I picked the wrong weapon and I was just trying to snipe a dude at like 1 foot range. These animated emojis are fantastic, by the way.
You want a license too?
What is the definitive article before hospital? What did I say again? Oh, because I said the hospital. As opposed to I just need to go to hospital. It's just what we say in my part of the world. Is that grammatically incorrect then?
Just like Fellini's Lolita.
I never get tired of boy bands. If you like
Uncle BJ. A paying visit to Uncle BJ. #1 employee, Bob.
I wouldn't pay you if I could. Some young gang
Here's
just grabbed
Bob.
up the place.
He
They
is
took
Bob.
everything. You guys are useless. What kind of Yakuza are you anyway?
Well, I'm not a Yakuza, I'm just a hired help, but I understand your grievance and I will raise it with the appropriate authorities. It's the original Grand Theft Auto theme. What an absolute banger of a tune this is. What could possibly go wrong? Nice. Mafia, 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 mafia. Mafia shotguns. Oh my god, no. Somebody call the medic. Oh god. I got lucky then. My car was so damaged as well after that ridiculous stunt jump that by all rights that shotgun should have one-bombed me, but somehow I got away with it. Yeah, it was it's tough to watch. Why is that one not? Oh, it's the briefcase. Of course, I can't shoot the briefcase. Why don't we go back through the tunnel? It's a bit quicker. England makes English, gets wrecked by young country. Oh, State of Emergency, I remember that. That was a fun game. I don't know whether I should just exclusively stream nostalgic games or whether I should try and mix in some modern stuff too. I'm kind of undecided on it. But the reason I like playing games like this is because I can look semi-competent at this. I'm more inclined to want to stream if it's a game that I want to play, right? It is kind of demotivating to want to have to stream something that you don't really want to play, but the algorithm is like, everybody's playing this game, so you better check it out. I kind of don't like that. But the algorithm, as much as it doesn't really matter to me at this point, I don't know, it's a quandary for sure. Modern Warfare, like I can't stand Call of Duty games. Like, that whole thing is just not my cup of tea at all. Do you know what? I might go... because I wrote an article about this earlier. I might replay Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Because Skull and Bones came out and nobody likes it. But it has inspired a bunch of people to go back and play Black Flag. So I might play through Assassin's Creed Black Flag because... I did enjoy Black Flag a lot. So maybe I will go to the kind of Xbox 360 era. And I bet Black Flag runs like a dream on this PC. I remember back in 2013 that game came out? 2012, 2013? The PC I had at the time, even though it was a new PC, like, it could just about run Black Flag, but it wasn't optimal, whereas this PC, we'd be 4K 60 all the way for Black Flag on this thing. So, it'd be fun. It would be fantastic. Oh, Kenji's upset.
You should choose this moment
Oh.
to show your worthless faith. It would appear your attempts to dissuade the Jamaicans from becoming bedfellows with the cartel were wholly...
I think this will be our last mission for this stream, but we've made some pretty good progress.
They were selling hot dogs. Those cartel pigs are laughing at us. At me. I will give you one last chance to prove my sister's
The
faith
truth about
to be
Skull and Bones is that it's been in development for over a decade, and
of our enemy's blood.
the only reason why Ubisoft didn't cancel the only reason why Ubisoft didn't cancel Skull and Bones is because the government where that particular Ubisoft studio is based, I think it might be Singapore, just poured a load of money into the project. So they were basically obligated to finish that game and release it, even though it's been in turmoil for like years, right? Now that Skull and Bones has been released, Ubisoft is going to drop that game like a bad habit. Like, they are not going to do anything. Yeah, Singapore. So Ubisoft is not going to do anything with Black Flag really going forwards. This is just my 2 cents. I have no insider information on this. I would be very surprised if they try and salvage Black Flag. That thing is a tax write-off, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I want to kill you, not pick you up. Oh, this is the Spank dealership. This is hard, this mission. I really should have been paying attention to what was going on there. I only have so much time to get this done, because they go off the streets if I don't get them. It's not money laundering. It's just they were contractual. I'm not sure if they were contractually obligated or if it was just a political thing, but because of the funding that came from the Singaporean government and the investment into the studio and the game, they had no choice but to finish it, even though it was a nightmare. So if that wasn't the case, that game would have been cancelled 5 years ago. Like, we wouldn't even be talking about like Skull and Bones. Okay, these fences are giving me grief for some reason.
Because your head needs it. Needs it.
Having said all of the above, I do kind of want to try out Skull and Bones to see what it's like, because I really enjoyed Sea of Thieves. The only problem is I'm not really willing to pay full retail for it, because I know that it's filled with filler. And it's a bit of a chore. But if it was on Games Pass or something like that, I would absolutely have given it a shot. If it gets heavily discounted, which it probably will, then I will pick up Skull and Bones and give it a try. But yeah, while it's at full retail now, No, get out, get out. I will have this Banshee. Wow! Wow, 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 wow. Well, no, the reason why they started working on Skull and Bones is because the pirate ship parts of Assassin's Creed Black Flag was so popular that they decided to basically spin it out into its own game, right? Because like they developed like that sea physics engine for Black Flag. Sea of Thieves just beat them to the punch. And somehow Sea of Thieves managed to beat them to the punch a full half decade quicker than Ubisoft managed to get it done. So that gives you a bit of a clue as to how dogged that project was, right? Like, Black Flag is about 7 years overdue for release. Like, it's very late. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, eat that Banshee, and we're gonna save the game. Perfect. Well, we've made some pretty good progress. We have completed Asuka's missions. We've pretty much completed Kenji's missions, I think. There are a couple more that may come in where... No, I think we've completed Kenji's mission. So we've got Ray. Ray's going to unlock Donald Love. I think we might be able to get this done in like the next couple of streams. Like, we may even get a good chunk of it done in the next one. Like, we are... Like, where are we up to on the stats for the main missions? There's about 50 something main missions, so 73 is a bit, because that includes like all the different side missions and stunt driving missions and things. So yeah, we're 39, so we're probably about 2/3 of the way through, I think, of the main mission line. We'll do the King Courtney missions and things like that too. So so yeah, we're doing really well there. I will do yeah, we should raid. That is a good point, Big Morgs. Who should we raid? Is the question. Who is streaming right now? We should find someone streaming GTA, right?
Wallahi, bro, I know how it feels, especially when you have
I don't know if you can hear
especially
that.
when you have someone next to you, does it?
Just some random dude there. Who's streaming GTA right now? Who's streaming GTA 3 right now? I think I have the monopoly on all of the viewers for GTA. Yeah, the only person streaming GTA 3 Definitive Edition right now is me. In the whole world. It's just me. There are a few people streaming vanilla GTA 3, but they're just doing it all in German. What's this guy doing? Doing a bunch of jobs for pixelated reptiles. Oh, this guy's playing Definitive Edition, but he's just tagged it as the original, probably out of shame. So let's raid this guy. Right, well, thank you very much for tuning in. I will be back same time tomorrow. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye now. Oh, I have to wait 7 seconds for the raid to begin. Don't go anywhere, folks. Just stay there.